For this to come round the first game, Andy, can you sort of sum up how you feel? Obviously, disappointing 2-1 defeat, but give us how you feel about what's happened.
Well, disappointment is the understatement, I think. We spoke before the game about Lancaster and how they would set up and how they would cause us problems. And the worst thing happened, we conceded a very early goal. And it was a poor goal to concede because I think the free kick could have been avoided in the first place if we'd attacked the ball. I'm not certain how it went in, but it did. I think that knocked us back considerably. We then conceded a very sloppy second goal, which seemed to another free kick. Took a few deflections in the box, and I'm not having a left back score from the 6-yard area, but that's what happened for them. Probably the best chance of the half that we had was Theo's header, which on another day he puts that in and gives us a bit of a lift before half time. As you'd expect, we had one or two choice words at half time. We were forced to make a substitution to change the shape, to put two up front, and after about 55 minutes I think we started to get a foothold in the game. And the real disappointment for both Alex and I probably is that we got the goal a bit too late. We had chances before that, and probably on the reflection of play could have come away with a point, if not a win, if we'd have finished. And we've just talked in the dressing room now about, you can't criticise a back four for making mistakes if your forward line doesn't put the ball in the back of the net. And I expect a lot more against Grantham on Tuesday night. So yes, the overall word is disappointment, but mild encouragement at the second half. We finished the game probably the stronger side.
Anything to add to that, Alex?
Yeah, at any level you can't afford to start the game and play the first half as probably inept as we did. No one's seen that coming. We didn't see that coming. We let things bounce, both boxes. We weren't winning the first contacts. We weren't winning second balls. We didn't get the ball and play in the right areas, and they did. They played like an away team should, and we didn't. So we dug a massive hole for ourselves. We always knew we'd have a spell. It was just when that spell was going to come, and like Lisa said, 25 minutes, 30 minutes to go, we were missing chances. They started to drop deeper. We were getting a little bit of joy in pockets of space, and really, let's be honest, the way we finished the game, we should have won the game. But as I said, we made too many errors the first half. We were not where we should be for whatever reason, and that's not like us.
Looking obviously from the sidelines at it, it looked as though when you made the changes and went two up top, it seemed to make them change their shape, which seemed to give us the opportunity. Did you see it that way? Obviously we're two down, so you're obviously trying to influence that, but is it something you'd look at, maybe going two up top? Or
yes, that's always an option, and we were given no option at half time to go two up top because we had to try and get something from the game, and I think with all three substitutions that came on today, they actually gave us a bit of momentum and put their defence under a bit more pressure, and that's now going to cause us selection problems on Tuesday night because the three lads who came on did very, very well, and certainly Evan Garnett in particular gave Jake some assistance up there. It allowed us to get in behind them and put them under pressure. But shapes don't win you football games. We have 11 players on the football pitch that should compete at a tempo to win us the game in the first half, or to certainly not be 2 goals down at half time. And that's the disappointment, because we've not seen that coming pre-season, where we've been fairly strong pre-season and mixed things around. And we went with an 11 today that we felt would get us something from this game from the get-go. And that has proved not to be the case. And I'm very disappointed for the fans today, because they've come in big numbers to support us today. They're enthusiastic. They got right behind the lads, and there were a few disgruntled fans, and it was frustrating for them as much as it is for us. And I've gone over to them at the end of the game and thanked them for coming and asked them to stick behind us, because it is only one game of this season and there will be better to come. Because we are a unit, it's the backroom staff, it's players, it's fans, it's board members, it's everybody, right? It's all part of Stafford Rangers. We played one game this season. We'll take the positives from where we finished the game, and we've got to hit the ground running at home to Grantham on Tuesday. And that's, don't get me wrong, there's huge disappointment in that changing room between players who have not performed to their potential today, and they know they have to perform to the potential, because we've got a great squad of 19 lads. There's 3 lads that have been unlucky not even to make the 16 today, who've travelled up with us and done a good workout before the game. They're pushing to get in the 16. The 5 who are on the bench are pushing to get in the 11, and they're going to give Alex and I an headache for Tuesday.
Probably a difficult question for you guys. Is there anything you can see now that you've already said you didn't expect? Is there a reason that you can probably pick up on why you thought we were so lethargic?
I've spoke about it. I think a lot of times, Roy, the first game of the season, everyone's sort of dead keen and dead uptight, and you have to try and relax, because I've seen that happen so many times as a player in my career, and I warn the lads. I kept warning the lads about that. I've seen them type of performances on the first day of the season so many times, and all you can do is try and prepare them as much as you can and make them as relaxed as you can. But again, I think that goal absolutely killed us after 2 minutes, and all of a sudden, when you talk about systems and that, if you don't play in the right areas, it doesn't matter what you do. We lacked anything. We didn't keep the ball well enough to get in and support Jake, and when that happens, we drop deeper, the distances between the 3 units, so we weren't keeping the ball between each unit, and then it would go long and we weren't unable to support. It was just, everything about the first half was fractured, and that wasn't us. We're a dead organised, normally not pad on the ball team, and we just looked not like us, and sometimes you can't put your finger in it. Hopefully we won't get many of them again this season.
Guys, anyway, thank you. Don't want to keep you too long now, and let's say Tuesday we're back on it.
Yeah, it's another day.
We hope so.
Thank you.